Hey, and welcome to another video. So, you're looking for a vehicle for $5,000. Well, about to go all in on your chips because, well, at this point, that's a huge gamble on what you can get. On this list, I've looked for cars that are mechanically okay, that I know if you do gamble on for the prices that they are, that you can get parts for cheap, or you can fix them up for a little bit less. Or at least that you can still get parts for them, or at least find engines for them if they do need a new engine. But in saying that, this is a risk and this is a gamble. So if you do find these cars, don't go all in and go, oh, this guy said it was good on the internet. Please do your due diligence and make sure that you're buying a car that is right for you and is structurally sound. And of course, the first car on this list is a BMW 318i. This came with a 2-liter B48 turbo gasoline engine, making 141 horsepower. For a car that's almost 20 years old, it still looks really good. For a car that's almost 20 years old, you can still find parts for them and have communities that will look after and help you if you need anything as well. I feel like this would be a good purchase if you're looking for a fun sports car to get into building cars, or if you just want to get into the car community. That brings us to the next car on this list, the Toyota Camry. You can never go wrong with the Toyota Camry. They're cheap, reliable, and there's parts everywhere. The Camry has 203 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. They aren't the fastest car, but they will get you to A to B. There's not much to say about these cars. They're reliable and they'll get to where you need to go. Now to the next car on the list, the Series 3 320i BMW. I'm not saying you'll find a mint condition one of these cars online, but you can find them for $5,000. With 148 horsepower and 147 pound-feet of torque, this is another car that has a great community behind them and are always there to help you when everything on this car does need to be replaced. But that leads us to the next car on this list, a 2000s Subaru Impreza. You can still find these cars for around $4,000 to $5,000. I'm putting this car on the list. They do have a lot of problems, but they do make 152 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque. They do cost a bit to keep alive, but there is a community that's there to look after you if you need any help. And I must say, they are one of the better looking cars on this list, and still a car that you can have for under $5,000. And that takes us to the next car on this list, a 1998 Toyota Celica. These are a car you either love the look of or hate the look of. You can still find these cars for around $3,000 to $4,000, which is actually a really good price for these cars. You can still find parts for these cars, and if you want something that looks fast and is from the 90s, then, well, you're in luck. Coming in with 130 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque. These are a car that are going to be hard to find in the future, so if you do get your hands on one, they would be probably a timepiece. That leads us to the next car on this list, the 2005 Toyota Yaris. I know what you're thinking, this isn't a sports car, this is a practical car. Yes, they are, but you need to know that they're under $5,000. And with 94 horsepower and 140 Nm of torque, you can still drive this slow car fast. This is a practical car, this is a car that will get you A to B, and this is a car that will be very reliable. There's parts everywhere, and there's still a cute, fun car. For a car that's under $5,000, they're a great price. And that leads us to the final car on this list, the Honda Civic CR-V. For a car that you can find for under $3,000, with an engine that just never dies, with 146 horsepower and 133 pound-feet of torque, that comes with all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, that with a turbo and a laptop, this thing can make some seriously fun power. The parts for these things have never stopped being made. They're a car that people have worked on for years. And for the price, they're a car that you can really take anywhere and not have to care about, because if they do get wrecked, it was a $3,000 car anyway. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.